welcome to Haircolor Confessional. I'm Angela.
I'm Christine.
And we are so glad you're here with us today.
Absolutely.
We had a fun-filled weekend, Memorial Weekend. And so we're going to tell you a little bit about what we did and how much fun we had and events that we went to.
Yeah, it was so jam-packed.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Yeah.
You know, we do things, we go big.
Oh yeah. I mean, sometimes we don't do anything all weekend. We're like, what do we have going on this weekend? And there's like nothing, but then sometimes we do something every single day.
Right. So we started off on Friday. We went to Concert in the Gardens.
Yes, it was at the Botanical Gardens.
It was the first concert of the season for the Fort Worth Symphony.
Yeah.
And we saw Queen.
It was great.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was great. And our friend Carol's, she got the table for us.
We had a blue top table.
She got the VIP table. I'm telling you, we were right up front. I had never sat that close before. I've sat at a table before, but never like that close. I was like, dang, Carol got the VIP.
A little on the expensive side, but it was worth it.
It was totally worth it.
We did this last year. I don't think you were here, but we had done it last year, and
I didn't get to go last year.
It was really good. And so this year it was like, okay, we got to do another blue top.
Yeah.
So
we
we
all
had
took
2
snacks.
tables. There was 8 of us. We brought food. We brought drinks.
Yeah.
We brought wine,
So good.
utensils, all that good stuff. And then what? The people right beside us brought steak and potatoes and salad, and we were like, dang.
Well, that's okay.
They must have went to Ruth Chris or Capitol Grill or Silver Fox or something.
Yeah.
But I did hear that Central Market, they will, if you order and prepay, they will deliver it to
that's
Botanical
pretty cool.
Gardens.
That's pretty cool.
And I'm like, wow, that was cool.
Yeah.
So it was a beautiful night. It wasn't too hot.
No, it was
sun
perfect.
wasn't beaming at us.
And then they had the cool little, so they didn't do the fireworks, but they did the cool little drone show, which I had never seen that in person. I had seen it online lots of times, but never seen it in person.
Because they usually do fireworks every year after the show, and then this year they did it a little bit different. I guess they banned the fireworks.
Well, they said there was a burn ban going on, which I don't really understand that because it's been raining so much off and on. I don't know.
So I don't know. But it was fun to see Janine Geisel. She is second string violinist, and she works for the Fort Worth Symphony, so that was fun to go see her.
Shout out to the Fort Worth Symphony.
Yes, absolutely. They did a phenomenal job.
Yes, it was awesome.
It was just a really good time. And
With
the guy that was
music of
singing for Queen, he was from Australia,
Yeah.
right? And
yeah.
he was phenomenal. So
Yeah, that was really good.
yeah, it was a good night.
Really good night with friends and really good concerts and really good drone show.
I know.
So then Saturday we went to the Charles Schwab Challenge at the Colonial Country Club.
Yeah, and if you know anything about golf, there's a ton of golf players. We love it. I think this is my 11th year to go, and I'm not really good at playing golf. I like golf, but I definitely like watching golf in person.
Yeah.
So Colonial Country Club is a beautiful place to go and watch the tournament. And PGA, I guess.
Right. We always see people we know.
Yeah.
We always,
it's changed up a little bit because you go from, hole 16, hole 17, and you've got to have wristbands.
Yeah.
You go in, but they cater to you. They give you food, and they give you drinks.
She's talking about the suites. The suites. You have to be invited or buy the ticket to the suite or know someone.
Or be a corporation.
Or be a corporation. Be a part of a corporation.
Right.
And so,
in the past years, we've been able to have friends that can just get us into those suites.
Yeah.
So we would hop from hole to hole and just go into their suites.
Right.
But after COVID, it's changed a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think this year it's gotten a little bit back to normal. So
we had a great time. My uncle and my cousin all go every year, and so that's usually who I call for tickets to the Colonial. So I just messaged them and said, hey, what's going on with the Colonial? When can I go? And can my friend Christine come with me?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because my one friend had surgery. And it just seemed like nobody else was going this year.
Yeah.
Everybody's been a little bit burned out on it. So
yeah. Well, I didn't go last year, so I was ready to go.
Yeah.
But we walked around and watched some golf, and then we went into the suite at 17, and that was fun.
Yeah.
We got to see up close and personal when they were they putting it right in there. It was that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we got to see Hall, so that was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So yeah,
Up close and personal.
Right, and it was all good. And then after that, we went to the woodshed, and
Well, we ate at the woodshed. The woodshed is so good. If you guys have not eaten at the woodshed, they change up their menu, I think, pretty frequently. And it might just be once every like 2 years, but that's pretty frequent for changing up your menu. But
right. Well, Tim Love does such a good job with all that.
But it's right there on the Trinity. Every time I go to the Colonial, I go there first or after. Because it's right there, walking distance.
I've done it so many different ways each year. We've parked in the parking, and then we've taken the shuttle and gone to the Colonial. I've parked at the woodshed and walked, across the bridge and go into the entry. But there's so many different ways to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's such a good time, and it's fun. I just love being outside. And of course, I love men hitting balls too, so got that for me.
We love to watch the golfers and see what outfits they have on that day, and like nice pants,
Well, it's usually some kind of crazy pants with a crazy shirt, and then you've got your traditional attire. So it's just kind of fun. Yeah. And then, of course, on Saturdays, women dress up.
Yeah.
They dress up more so than, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So.
And so we did that. We were there for a couple hours, and then we ended up going to a pool party at one of our friends' houses, and that was fun.
Yes, in Aledo. That was fun.
Yeah, so we rode with my son and daughter-in-law and my little grandbaby.
Yes, he's like what, 5, 6 months?
He's 9 months old.
He's 9 months old.
Yeah, but he loves the water, so we totally went and got in the pool, and they had this, it was like a luau is what they had a luau theme going. And so they had tons of food, tons of drinks, and it was, their house is great. And their pool is amazing, and they have a waterfall
and they're such great
and a hot
hosts.
tub.
Yeah.
They are amazing hosts. If you get invited to one of Jeff and Alicia's parties, you better go.
Right? Because they won't invite you again. That's how they roll.
But yeah, it was fun. It was great. And then that was our Saturday.
Right.
After that, boy, we were
so wiped out.
Yeah.
I was so tired. Sunday came rolling along, and you had gone to church and came over to my house, and we went straight to Arlington to go to that Wino Fest. And
so, well, let me just say, I volunteer at the kids' room at my church. And I love it. And so I don't miss that unless I'm actually out of town, helping in the Connect room, the 1st through 3rd graders. And I MC the class, which is, kind of get them together, and I dance around with them.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
We do worship together, and then we do little small groups and together, and actually have a few little clips of me jumping around and acting crazy with the kids. I'll send that out for you guys to watch that. But yeah, I love it. I've been doing that for years. I love Life Church, and I've been going there, I want to say like probably over 15 years. I'll just say over 15 years. And I love helping with the kids. That's like a passion. I feel like if I miss it, I miss them. And we just this last weekend had all the kids, so 1st through 3rd graders in my class, but then the 3rd graders just moved up to the 4th grade room. And oh my gosh, we're going to miss them so bad. We're going to miss them. So 2 of them.
Because I guess they get promoted to go up to
that next level. They get promoted to a different class. Yeah. So 2 of them ran in the room today and gave me a hug, and they were like, bye, we love you. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss you guys. You better come say hi to me later.
I love that. I love that connection. Really cool. I love those relationships that you build.
Well, they're in there for 3 years, 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade, and then they got promoted, and then they're like, so you're with them for that long. A lot of leaders don't stay that long in a room, but I'm in there for forever,
awesome.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
Until I get tired of it, which I don't even know if I ever will get tired of it. I love hanging out with kids more than adults sometimes.
I know. Well, they're just so happy and full of life and smiling and looking up to you.
And it keeps you young, hanging out with the kids and acting like a kid. Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Because they're in their own little world. They're not worried about anything.
Right. So Sunday after church, I went over to Christine's, and we went to this event called, we saw it online and Facebook.
Right.
It was called, and I was telling Christine, they did an awful good job at promoting this event because it was called the Wino Fest.
Right.
And so
there were several different locations, like one in Houston, one in San Antonio.
Apparently it's a traveling around thing.
Right. And I'm assuming it's the same wine people that are going to it.
I don't know if they do different wineries at different locations. Probably, like if you're in Houston, you would go there. Maybe not want to travel to Arlington. I don't know. Or maybe if you're in Arlington, you don't want to travel to Houston.
Well,
but
I have to say, it was a unique experience.
it was very unique.
Because we are pretty spoiled. We have gone to several different wine tasting events. Yeah. We've gone to Fredericksburg. We've gone to Fort Worth. We've done the Fort Worth food,
Italy.
Yeah, wine festival.
Rome and Italy.
Yeah, we've done so many different wine tastings. So yeah, we're definitely spoiled. But yeah, we got to meet some local Texas wine companies, and they go from, I guess they go to the Dallas farm. Is it the farmers market?
They do that too, yeah. Some of them.
Yeah, and then just travel all over the place. We did have some good chocolates.
Oh my gosh, the chocolate.
I think that was the best thing.
The chocolate company, and I don't know how to say that name, but we will definitely link it in the description here. But the chocolate company that we got to taste chocolate from was that was the highlight of this little festival. Yes. And I say festival loosely because it wasn't outside like you would think a festival would be. It was inside an event center that was pretty tiny event center. But anyway, there was a chocolate company that was there, and what he does is he goes to different wineries and gets their wine and mixes it with the chocolate and then goes back and says, here, try this chocolate. It's with your wine. Do you want? And then they can sell it at their winery,
right?
At their
and he
location.
Didn't have too many he didn't have any whiskey companies that he had signed up with. They were mostly wine companies, and so we were asking him about Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Acre Distillery and all these other distilleries in the area.
Yeah. So he does it with distilleries and wineries. And I told him he should go to breweries, but he said breweries weren't really interested in the chocolate. And I was like, well, I guess.
But I have to admit, my favorite chocolate was the whiskey one.
Yeah, it was good.
But there was an assortment of different kinds of flavors.
Yes.
But yeah, I like the coffee and I like the whiskey one.
They were all so good.
They were all so good. So yeah, we were there for probably 10 minutes talking to that guy, trying to get more information.
Well,
where can we buy this?
We actually were asking him. We did a little interview with him, actually, if you guys want to check this out.
Yeah.
Cool.
We also did another interview with another guy that was selling his wine, and he had told us there was 500 different wines in Texas. So that was kind of interesting. I didn't know that little tidbit fact.
Yeah.
But he just kept talking and talking. And
yeah, we interviewed 2 different people there. We interviewed somebody from the winery and then the chocolate guy.
Right.
Yeah, and then they did have a food truck outside. Just one food truck, thank God, because when we got there, we were hungry. We had not had lunch, and it was a hamburger truck, and they were actually really good. I don't even remember the name of that.
Yeah, I know I took a picture of it because I was like, gotta check this out. Click.
We'll have to send that, and so that way we can give them a shout out because it was a really good hamburger.
It really was. The French fries were good. The hamburger was good.
Thank God they had that too because we couldn't have all that wine without something to eat.
Yeah, and then our last one that we had gone to, he was very interesting too.
Yeah.
The wine was made out of flowers.
Florvino.
Yes, and the wine was made out of flowers, not grapes.
Yes.
So that was a unique flavor. I did get a video, but I didn't get any audio, so got that going for us.
I didn't like any of those.
It was I don't know. I can't say I liked many of those wines that we did try.
It's a really cool concept, though, I would say.
Right.
What kind of I thought was interesting was how he said they got the flowers. Basically, anywhere and everywhere. Weeds. From the side of the road.
Yeah, the side of the highway, you're going to see, a dump of flowers. Let's pull those up and make some wine.
I mean, that's basically what he was telling us. I'm like, oh, okay.
It wasn't the worst wine I've ever had, but it wasn't the best wine.
Yeah.
Some of those wines that were there, they were, I have to admit, they just weren't as great. They remind me of grape juice. And so
like you said, at the beginning, we are spoiled because we have had really good wine. And actually, Fort Worth has really good wine at almost every restaurant here in Fort Worth.
Well, like the City Club, they do a wine tasting every month, and they've got Spain wines, they've got Greece wines, they've got Italian wines, they've got Argentina wines. So every month you're trying different wines.
Yeah.
And then you've got local places that are doing the same thing. And so we have an assortment of wine companies in the area that we're just spoiled.
We are spoiled, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, you don't want to go to a wine festival and feel like you're drinking Strawberry Hill all day.
Right.
If anybody knows what that is.
Right.
That's a throwback to when I was in high school.
I know. And that's what it kind of reminded me of, the labels itself and even the wine. And I was like, okay, dump. You know, they had those little trash bins where you can dump your wine after a couple of sips. And I was like, okay, dump.
Wait, and we had, 7 different wineries? We did 7 different wineries tasting, and you would think by the end of that we would have been like, woo, we can't drive home, but no, we were not.
No, there wasn't anything that I really had to have twice. It was like a sip, and then
there were little sips, but even that, must have been a really low alcohol content, because,
Well, but it did introduce us to the Dallas Farmers Market. I mean, I would like to go to that.
And the chocolate guy. I love him.
And the chocolate guy. Yeah. And then we did learn some tidbit and information about Texas wines.
Yes, we did.
So that was kind of cool, too. It was good to get us out of our comfort zone and be around different people.
Right.
And especially in Arlington.
Yeah. We don't do much in Arlington except for, like, the games. We do, the pro games.
Right, but it was good to get us out of our comfort zone. So, but after that we went back to Fort Worth and
called it a day because it had been a long weekend.
I know.
So then Monday, I had to work all day Monday. Monday was Memorial Day. And what did you do Monday?
I went to the National Cemetery. My dad, he had passed away 4 years ago, and we buried him there. And so the boys and I wanted to go to the cemetery and look at his headstone. And he was in the Army, and so he had 2 Purple Hearts, a silver and a bronze.
Nice.
When you get there, it's bumper to bumper cars, and it takes you probably about an hour to get through the cemetery because there's so many people
visiting that day. And
they have the flags everywhere. Every headstone has a flag. Nice. And so, of course, it was a nice breezy day, and so the flags were going. So it just was, it was great. I hadn't been there since Christmas. The boys hadn't been there probably, since we had the funeral. And so it was just a nice time to go out there and be with the family and respect the people that had died for our country. And, because that's what Memorial Day is all about.
Right.
It's about the people that have given up their lives for our country, for our freedom, our independence. And, we need to respect that.
Yeah.
So that was cool. It was cool to have that moment with my kids. And it was cool to, be with the public and,
Oh, that's cool.
Do it. So.
Yeah. Nice.
So, so that was my day. And then we came home and crashed.
I mean, we had a long weekend.
We did.
So we were ready to, hang it up and say we're done. Let's, rest a little bit.
Right.
Of course, you can't rest because it's a starting of the work week, but.
Right. We go back to work on Tuesday, and then we go full force with our clients, and we tell them everything that we're doing, and, and vice versa. They tell us what they're doing,
Yeah. Everybody's always like, oh, I see you everywhere. Where are you going now? What are you doing? And my clients are still telling me, where did you go now? Or I saw you were out of town, and I'm like, well, which time are you talking about?
Right. Yeah. So many people follow us on social media that, they're going, okay, where are you at now? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, I've got a weekend break.
Weekend break.
So.
Well, okay. So I would like to say, you guys, please subscribe on our YouTube if you could take the time to do that.
Yes, it's one click.
Yeah, I've said before that it is a pain in the butt you have to sign in and get an account.
Sign in with your email account.
Okay, but once you do that, you can like and subscribe to whoever you want, and you don't have to pay money or anything like that, but you just have to actually sign up an account.
It'll even notify you, hey, when we have a new episode that comes up.
It would be great,
Right.
And also follow us on Instagram. We have an Instagram, we have a Facebook, we have a TikTok if you're into that.
We have a Spotify.
And we would love for you guys to listen to Spotify. If you're not into watching us, you know, you can just
do the
listen to
audio.
us. Yeah, just do the
there's
audio.
so many different ways that we do it.
Yeah.
That we have a platform to listen to, you know, so
Yeah.
as a viewer,
Yeah.
take your pick.
And thank you so much for supporting us. I'm
Yes,
Angela.
I'm Christine.
And thanks
Thank
for
you.
listening to Hair Color Confessional.
Bye.
Bye.